I'm rolling? Okay, welcome. Hi friends. If anybody's watching this, I don't know if anybody will be watching this because, you know, maybe I'll just film this video and then attempt to edit it and find that I don't like doing this at all. So if you're watching this, it means obviously I've made the other choice, but yeah, so I'll be deferring my next semester of college. I would have been graduating in the spring, but one of my majors is in dance, so I really didn't want to have the risk of doing all of my senior work and then having the show canceled or having to deal with a lot of restrictions with what I want to do. So I'll be going back in the fall, and in the meantime, as partially a way to take up all of my extra non-college time, I thought, why not try YouTube? So yeah, and also I think it could be a useful skill just in terms of like video editing and I don't know, talking about things I'm interested in and not just being in a pandemic bubble with my immediate family. So today I'm going to talk about like some New Year's resolutions / goals for the upcoming year. It's a little bit far into the year. We're well into January now, but I'm a firm believer that it's never too late to set some goals and to think about what's coming next. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, the wonders of YouTube. So I'm filming this for the second time because my phone stopped filming when I ran out of storage, which was quickly because I'm filming in 4K, trying to have high quality content. But yeah, so let's go through this again. Okay, so my first goal for the year is centered around reading. I love to read. I think I just need to make more time for it in my life. And I think I tend to read a lot, like for school, for my major. I'm an English major and a dance major, and just in college you tend to read a lot. But I think I want to make more time for like pleasure reading, for reading things I might not normally read, kind of like diversifying my tastes and my genres and the authors I'm reading. So yeah, so my goal for this year is to read 50 books. That might sound like nothing to a lot of you, that might sound like a lot, but I think it's a good goal. That's about like, what is it? Maybe I'll put it on the screen. It'll be 4-ish books per month, is that right? I think so. So yeah, so 50 books, and my companion goal to that is that I also don't want to buy any new books until I've read everything I own. So at my last count, I think I have around like 30 something books that I own that I have not yet read, and I want to get through all of those before I buy any more, because I think what often happens is I see a new book that's come out and I get excited about it and I want to buy it, and then I look around and I see how many books I own that I haven't read, and I get really overwhelmed because, you know, there's new stuff coming out all the time. There are a lot of classics I haven't read, and it just feels like a lot of content to absorb in one's lifetime. So yeah, I think I want to take some of that pressure off, and I think once I know what I have, I'll be able to kind of let go of things that maybe I don't want to read again or I don't think are that great, and make some room and own less too, because I know I'm going to have to be moving out soon. When I graduate, I will have to move all of my books somewhere, and I do not want to have so many to carry. And I also love to support, you know, local library and save money where I can. So yeah, that's the book goal. I am still filming. Amazing. Okay. So yeah, so my second goal for this year is about language. So for a little bit of background, in high school, I started learning French my first year, and I loved it. My freshman year, I took my first French class, and I thought it was so cool. I was really into it. And then because of scheduling reasons, I took a whole year off. So I had like 3 semesters-ish without French. And then I jumped to like an intermediate level. And it didn't go that well. I kind of forgot a lot of what I had learned, and I felt like I was kind of flailing a little bit, and I did okay in the class, but it was definitely like an experience that taught me about language learning and how, like, if you're not practicing and if you're not speaking it a lot, like, you can lose it like so fast. I took another French class in my first year in college, and that was kind of okay. I really liked the professor, but the other students in the class, I think, like, weren't that invested, slash didn't really know what the level of the course was supposed to be. So it was kind of, I was trying to talk and they were not understanding me, and we kept just kind of like talking past each other a lot. So that wasn't the most wonderful experience, as you might imagine. And then I kind of left. I transferred schools and I didn't take French until this past December, when I started learning it on Duolingo again. I tested into like some level beyond the like basic first level, and I've been doing it for I think like about a month now. I'm about to hit my 30-day streak, so that's exciting. And yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I've always loved language. I think I've just never had enough time to like dedicate to it, or haven't made enough time to dedicate to it. So yeah, so one of my goals along those lines is to prioritize French and to either achieve fluency or be like really close, like be able to hold conversation and really improve my comprehension by the end of the year. I also have been kind of supplementing my Duolingo practice with like watching movies and TV shows in French, which I think is really great practice, especially because Duolingo kind of like, you can set your own pace, and like when you listen to sentences and respond, you can kind of take as much time as you need to comprehend that, but like the media that you absorb elsewhere is like at a much faster speed, so it's definitely a refreshing change, and it definitely shows you where you are. I just finished The Hookup Plan, which is on Netflix. I highly recommend it. I thought it was really good, and I think it really helped me improve my French. So yeah, in addition to French, I also want to, kind of as a secondary goal, if I end up like feeling good about that and want to layer on more, I want to start learning another language. So my top two right now are probably German, which I have a little bit of knowledge, background knowledge in, and I know like a few words here and there, or Swedish, which I think is a really cool language. I'm really interested in like Scandinavian slash Nordic like languages, like Norwegian, Swedish, Icelandic. I think all of those are super cool linguistically, and I'd love to learn one. If you have other ideas about what language I should learn as a secondary language after French, please let me know. I love languages and I love learning about them. So if you have a favorite language, yeah, tell me why it's cool to you, and yeah, leave a comment or something, I guess. Okay, so my third, are we on the third goal? I think we are. So my third goal has a little bit of a backstory. It has to do with a present that I got for Christmas. So, okay. So what is this? This is a mandolin, and I did not ask for a mandolin for Christmas. I was making some noises about maybe getting a ukulele and like trying to fool around on that a little bit, but my sister said, you know, why have a ukulele when you can have a mandolin? And she and my mom got this for me. It's beautiful, and I'm not very good at playing it yet. Here she is. Her name is Mandy the mandolin. I know like 4 or 5 chords that I can play pretty well, and like I can tune it, but I haven't learned like any songs yet, and I'm definitely still like getting used to it. I never like learned how to play an instrument when I was younger. I started piano and then very quickly figured out that if I didn't want to practice, it wasn't going to go anywhere. I was not into that. I was definitely like way more into dance, so I went off in that direction really intensely instead. And yeah, but I've always really loved music and really been in awe of like musicians and people who are like really musically talented. This is definitely it's not a goal to like become amazing. I just want to do it for the sake of doing it. And if anybody who plays like a fretted instrument has advice about like how to do chords where like you have like 2 fingers on fret 2 and then like one on like 6 and 7, I feel like my fingers are like not long enough. And like my hand just like does not want to do that. So if anybody has advice, I would be happy to hear it. So my goal by the end of the year is to be able to play one song, which sounds maybe easy, but I'm not good at it, and I think it's a good goal for me. I definitely want to work more with this, and yeah, I'm excited to try it out and figure out, yeah, just like what I can do. And I also think that like as a dancer, it's really cool to learn an instrument now and figure out, you know, how it changes how you move, how it changes how you respond to and think about tempo and music and sound and just like all of those things relating to dance. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, and definitely looking forward to learning how to play it. Okay, so my final goal is less like, it has less of a tangible quality, I feel like. It's more about my identity and me as a person. So if you didn't know, I am not straight, if it wasn't clear from, you know, everything about me. So yeah, I use she or they pronouns, and I am still like questioning and figuring out what labels work best for me or what I really identify with. But I don't feel like I'm really straight, and I don't feel like I'm really cisgender either. I'm kind of like floating somewhere out there in like queer land. But yeah, I think this year I want to think a lot more about like exploring that part of my identity and thinking about what labels like I really gravitate towards, or what makes me feel like really euphoric in that way. So that's something I want to think about. I think in my college years was when I really started to embrace that part of myself. I did grow up in like a very liberal, progressive area. It was not homophobic. Like for the most part, everybody was super accepting. I had a lot of like gay teachers, and I knew a lot of like gay adults. And somehow when I was a kid, I thought that like only adults could be gay. Like I didn't realize that that was a thing that a kid could be too, which now looking back is really funny to me. But yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about like how I was socialized into my gender, heteronormativity, cisnormativity, and the idea of like how you imagine yourself when you're younger and how that can close you off to like parts of yourself that might be really real that you just haven't been engaging with. Yeah, I think that's a goal that like doesn't really have any substantive like, I want to do X by this day and I want to feel this by this time. But yeah, I guess I want to dedicate more of this year to leaning into that and to make sure that I'm never like shrinking myself or being dishonest about who I am, because I think that's really important too, especially when it comes to like public spaces and like online spaces, because I think young people see that too, and representation is so important. So yeah. Okay, so the tea has been drunk, the resolutions have been shared, and yeah, that's all I have today. For the second time filming, hopefully I got it all this time. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you have advice or like ideas about other videos I should do, please let me know. I don't even know if this is gonna be something that like I continue, but if it is, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, I hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.